I think the
with the
words
general
in some
will.
ways kind of get in the way. That's part of the problem, and that's why so much of this knowing is coming to a sense. Remember, of course, that in this journey of discovery, I'm not following the little linguistic voice in my head. That's the voice of rational thought, logical reasoning, and all that. Um, and we're so used to in our culture thinking that that's the only way to get to an answer. Whereas I would point out that some of the greatest insights, whether you're talking about Albert Einstein, how he would float around in a sailboat looking up at the sky, sometimes till well after sunset, when the harbor police had to come rescue him and bring him in, he learned how to get into a hypnagogic space. He learned how to get into a place where he could just daydream, let his imagination run wild. Likewise with Edison, Thomas Alva Edison, one of the most prolific inventors in the history of the United States, who basically would work for days and nights on end to invent things. And he had techniques where he would hold some weights, and as he drifted off to sleep, the weights would fall, that would wake him up. He'd get about 3 or 4 of these micro naps. And that time spent in that hypnagogic space would give him the creative insights. He wasn't thinking his way and following the logic of the linguistic brain. He was opening himself to the universe and saying, show me what I need to know. And there's so many examples in art, in philosophy, in science, where deep truths have come from such opening, that hypnagogic space between waking and dreaming, where we're letting the universe give us some of the deepest answers. I know Robert Louis Stevenson had a technique similar to Edison's that allowed him to come up with all the brilliant insights for his novels and music and poetry. Salvador Dali and other creative sorts. I mean, the list goes on and on.